founder of Sowore Reporters News Media, Omoyele Sowore on Saturday apparently refused to back down on allegations against the founder and the general overseer of a mega fire ministry, Apostle Johnson Suleiman, over reported cases of alleged paying people to fake miracles and give a chemical substance or injection to Apostle O.C. Benjamin of Fulfiller's House Church to perfect an alleged fake miracle of raising a dead man back to life. An allegation a man simply identified as Apostle Wisdom made while speaking during an interview with Truth Media earlier in the year, which, according to Omoyele Sowore, for Apostle Johnson Suleiman to remove the names of the media that conducted the podcast interview and the person that made the statement in the 1 billion naira's lawsuit filed against him and Sowore Reporters News Media, shows Apostle Johnson Suleiman knows the speaker. Apostle Wisdom was probably saying the truth. This, Omoyele Sowore stated in reaction to the statement earlier made by Apostle Johnson Suleiman on his personal social media accounts on Saturday, accusing the founder of Sowore Reporters, Omoyele Sowore, of always trying to play the victim's role that wants to be persecuted for fighting for Nigeria, whenever a case is filed against him in the court of law for passing across false and misleading information to defame someone's character, saying that forgiveness is predicated on the admission of guilt and one cannot forgive someone who has neither acknowledged wrongdoing nor shown remorse. In the podcast interview, Apostle Wisdom alleged that Apostle Benjamin, in conspiracy with some members of his church, hired a man from Enugu State and numbers of other persons who acted as neighbors and family members that brought the hired and paid man to the church program held in Ebonyi State as a dead man. According to the Apostle Wisdom, the hired man who pretended to be dead was put inside a coffin and transported from Enugu to Ebonyi State with an ambulance. He said the coffin was not covered until the man was brought closer to the church to avoid him being killed out of suffocation. Apostle Wisdom said the initial plan was to inject the hired and paid man with an injection Apostle Johnson Suleiman allegedly gave to Apostle Benjamin. Apostle Wisdom added that Apostle Benjamin refused to use the injection because he was afraid that the chemical substance may kill the hired and paid man. Hence, they decided to open the coffin until the time for the fake and staged miracle was to be conducted. To buttress his facts, Apostle Wisdom said the man that was brought as if he was dead to the church program was sweating because the few minutes the man was covered inside the coffin, he suffered some level of heat that made his body start sweating. Sowore, in numbers of statements between Friday and Saturday, said, "For your information, Apostle Johnson Suleiman has sued me regarding the controversy surrounding his alleged support for individuals faking miracles during an interview conducted by Truth. This lawsuit marks the second occasion Apostle Johnson Suleiman has taken legal action against me over contentious decisions made during his ministry, following a previous lawsuit concerning Stephanie Otobo that he later amended and removed Otobo. The case has been ongoing for approximately 8 years. And the most straightforward aspect to prove in court would be the matter of miracles. Apostle Johnson Suleiman, this charlatanisms. Who is asking you for forgiveness? You sued me 8 years ago over Stephanie Otobo exposes and later sought to end the lawsuit on the condition that I stop exposing you. I refused. You sent Frank Shebu to plead on your behalf. I told him plainly that the facts were correct. At the time, the Nigeria police force was at your beck and call, arresting whoever you pointed at. That era is over. We ended it completely. You even went as far as offering to stand surety for me when the Muhammadu Buhari regime arrested and detained me for treason. I rejected your Greek gift outright and called you out from detention because I know your style too well. This latest noise is pure bluster. If you were serious about any legal challenge, you would have included the podcaster Truth and the individual who alleged that you assisted other pastors in staging fake miracles. You claimed they've apologized and claimed they don't know you. This was a lie. The podcast is very much alive and unretracted. You avoided them because you know where the truth lies. I do not need anyone to tell me that you perform fake miracles. Your staged money alerts to your congregation are well known and long documented. Could you please explain to the public why you amended your lawsuit against me, Sowore Reporters, and removed Stephanie Otobo? Was it not because you feared she would testify as my witness, after which you paid her to come apologize before your congregation and then sent her fake alert? Did you not purchase a Mercedes-Benz GLK SUV and a house in the Maryland area of Lagos for a Nollywood actress, Daniela Akeke, and, when we uncovered the receipts, rushed to the Lagos state government to scrub the evidence from the vehicle licensing database website? I am particularly interested in this lawsuit because the time has come for charlatans like you to be confronted before a court of law and compelled to prove your so-called miracles and defend your ways before the courts. After all, you were the one who had sued. I am not the victim here. My concern is for your victims, those whose meager offerings and tithes you have diverted to fund these decadent pursuits. I feel deeply for them, including the Nigeria police force officers who had to perish defending your decadent lifestyle in unarmored vehicles. At the same time, you rode in bulletproof armored cars into safety. Apostle Johnson Suleiman, in a statement on Saturday, said, "You Omiyele Sowore have consistently defamed individuals, and whenever you are challenged to substantiate your claims, you retreat under the guise of being persecuted for fighting for Nigeria. No one is attempting to silence you. Rather, the goal is to expose you for the fraud that you are. You Sowore lied and defamed me, dragging my name into a fabricated story involving people I have never met, and you were warned and given ample time to retract the falsehood, but you refused. Why the sudden attempt to play the victim simply because the matter is now in court? I am among those who genuinely believe Nigeria needs cleansing, but not through hypocrisy or deceit. Fair journalism demands that your publications be balanced, verified, and unbiased, qualities you obviously have no regards for. For 8 years, I chose to ignore you. That restraint has now ended. Every further unsubstantiated attack on pastors and churches in Nigeria, driven by your anti-church and anti-pastor agenda, will no longer go without an appropriate legal response. To those calling for forgiveness, understand this clearly. Forgiveness is predicated on the admission of guilt. One cannot forgive someone who has neither acknowledged wrongdoing nor shown remorse. As stated in 1 John 1:9, forgiveness follows confession, not denial. Sowore Reporters, in a news report over the issue, has stated that Apostle Johnson Suleiman, the General Overseer of Omega Fire Ministries International, has issued a 48-hour ultimatum to Sowore Reporters, demanding a retraction of a report published in April 2025, and an apology across multiple national newspapers. The cleric is also seeking 1 billion naira in damages over what he describes as malicious and defamatory allegations linking him to a staged resurrection miracle. The dispute stems from claims made by Apostle Wisdom, a self-styled former associate of several Nigerian clergymen, who alleged in a viral interview that Apostle O.C. Benjamin of Fulfiller's House Church staged a fake resurrection using an injection allegedly obtained from Apostle Suleiman. According to Wisdom, the substance was intended to temporarily make a person appear dead for the purpose of performing a miracle at a crusade. The claims were amplified in an April 4, 2025 Sowore Reporters publication titled, "Apostle Johnson Suleiman gave Fulfiller's House Church's O.C. Benjamin injection to make someone appear dead for staged resurrection miracle, ex-associate." In the interview granted to the Car Truths podcast, Apostle Wisdom had alleged that the supposed miracle was executed using a hired young man, rented ambulance, purchased casket, and paid actors who posed as grieving relatives. According to him, the scheme was part of a coordinated plan to deceive worshippers during a program in Abakaliki. He claimed that Apostle Benjamin initially intended to use the alleged injection linked to Suleiman but backed out over fears the young man might actually die. My Oga, Apostle O.C. Benjamin, collected injection from Apostle Suleiman, he told me himself, Wisdom said in the interview. He described intricate preparations, paying people to act as family members, transporting the dead body from Enugu State, and staging dramatic confrontations with ushers who initially refused to allow the casket inside the hall. Wisdom narrated how the dead man, shut inside the coffin, endured heat and near suffocation before, sneezing, at the climax of the performance, triggering wild jubilation from the crowd. The angel in charge of raising the dead was even confused that day because nobody died, he mockingly remarked, describing the atmosphere as both chaotic and deeply manipulative. However, the fallout from the interview has now escalated into a full-blown legal confrontation. In a letter dated April 8, 2025 and addressed to Sowore Reporter's publisher, Omiyele Sowore, Suleiman's lawyers, Clement Onwemuna and Company, accused the media platform of propagating outright falsehoods without verifying from the cleric. The letter described the publication as an aggravated libelous assault crafted from the spiral imaginations of a mischief maker and blackmailer whose allegations were spread uncritically. Our client has never met any Apostle O.C. Benjamin, not to talk of giving him injection or substance to inject anyone to stage manage resurrection miracles, the letter stated. Suleiman's lawyers also referenced a new video by Apostle O.C. Benjamin himself, which has reportedly been circulating online. In the video, Benjamin allegedly denies ever meeting Apostle Suleiman, dismissing the claims attributed to Apostle Wisdom as false, fabricated, and malicious. According to Suleiman's legal team, Sowore Reporter's willingness to publish the allegations despite the absence of verification demonstrates a frenzied effort to disparage our client and constitutes the most wicked attack on the towering image of the televangelist. The letter issued a strict 48-hour deadline for Sowore Reporters to retract the publication from all online platforms where it appeared and publish a formal apology on the same platforms. Publish full-page apologies in Punch, Guardian, Vanguard, Tribune, and Sunday Sun newspapers. Pay 1 billion naira as damages. Failure to meet these conditions, the lawyers said, would compel them to perfect our client's standing instructions, signaling impending litigation. The letter was copied to Apostle Suleiman himself and marked pre-litigation notice.
So while he was deaf and dumb, if they make up the
I don't know.
Was my pastor. One day I was in the minister's.
It's not even that day.
In
Who quickly rush this guy?
and he was talking.
God.
He said, I raised the dead.
Who quickly rushed him?
You can raise the dead. He said,
Who signal Papa come bring his motor? Hey, you enter motor. Ah, we move.
to do something.
Now small beating will beat
The
him.
man talking to you has done it.
Small beating. How you manage the make up?
If he has not done it, then there is an impossibility.
So
Listen to
people
this.
will hear,
He said, you can raise the
people
dead.
will hear this guy.
People were shouting. I wasn't shouting. I was
People
crying.
went and started beating.
When
How
I
can
finished,
you? How can you be deaf and dumb and you are making
I
call?
went straight to the hospital.
Who gave you phone?
I began to look for enter any ward. I looked at some people.
Who gave you phone? How you manage no phone number?
I enter another ward. I said, no.
Do that thing, suddenly.
Where is the ward?
I told him is that yes, he forgot. He forgot that he has not finished his work. That his work finished when he went motor to go back.
I said, I want to go and pray. He said, my friend.
God of Nazareth.
I left there. I was going around. I saw
Oh, God,
a young child and the
My
mother.
brother,
They kept
there
the
is nothing like that. Oh. Now we they bring them.
They told the mother to take the
We
child.
have a lot of any just bring mercenaries.
The child, the white balls had gone inside.
They will come. Even if you want them, okay, like when we raise the dead person.
I said to the
Sorry, when we acted the dead person, will nobody die. We don't raise anybody.
So I held the baby.
When we acted the dead person.
The baby was not dead. But was
The young man
so I began to pray.
who hired the ambulance from Enugu State. We didn't hire it in Ebony State. It was at the crusade. The program
I speak to you.
was held in Ezekuna Hall in Abakaliki.
It's Isaac now.
Ezekuna Hall
I started praying.
in
The baby was
Abakaliki.
half dead.
That is the
When I finished praying, the baby died.
Nsugbe
Yes.
Street behind Motherless Babies Home.
So the mother of the
People
child,
that follow those women very well, they know about all this.
the hand went down
We hired the young man and the ambulance. We bought the casket.
and tied on her waist.
We only paid the ambulance man.
He said,
We
"Who are
came
you?
with
Who
12
sent you?"
extra people
Oh, you came to finish it.
to act as the family, the compound, the neighbor,
To run.
the
mourners.
so it will be 12
Ark of Noah. I
extra
said,
people.
God, if you deliver me today,
That was all we hired.
I will mind my
The
business.
particular program.
I say, madam, you know what we have
Those
to
12 is only to follow.
As this baby die now, I will give
People
you
that will be wailing and crying and
They know him is our person. So like when 12 people come in a congregation and identify they know this person, what is left again now for you not to believe?
The nurses came out and began to insult me. They said, we know why
The man
check
entered the
this.
casket.
You people with Bible.
He immediately will reach motherless baby.
And the Holy Spirit said to me, call the name of the baby.
And there he entered the
So I
casket.
turned to the woman and I said, what is the name?
Initially, there was a dross. There was an injection we collected from Morga, collected from what's his name? Justice Suleiman.
And call the name.
wait.
That Morga, Osi Benjamin,
Collected injection,
injection.
5 years old.
from Apostle Suleiman, the
Yes,
one who know.
he told me himself.
And the baby opened the eyes.
You understand? He told me himself. I was his PA.
And held the mother.
But that he's afraid
The woman said,
of injecting that
I said, I told you.
young
I
man.
told you.
Made the guy no go
No
die.
come die.
Told you what? Me that wanted to run.
But he was told
What
that
did
that
I tell
injection
you?
will just
God will
is
give
for
you a
the
miracle
that
will
the
give you
injection
promise.
has time that it will expire.
God will give you a miracle that will change your story.
Along the line, he was
A miracle that
he
will
was
give you
afraid of
honor.
giving the guy the injection.
Your amen
Even
is
when the guy
not
agreed,
the blessing.
People are taking risk.
they did not. The guy agreed, accepted the conditions that they will give him the injection, and nothing will happen. But he was afraid. We already arranged it, but along the line he called
We do not
and said no. Let the guy just enter the casket like that.
live by our expectation.
Without the
Injection.
injection.
To determine your connection.
That a mind no
Expectation to
accept
determine your
am.
destination.
We say okay.
Expectation
Since not like that,
destination, not
let
Be
me
like you know trust the source of the injection.
exactly
Make you know be say they want set
use them, set them up.
whatever you are going through now is a
That is
process.
exactly.
That's what the
So
Bible says,
we
and
say
it
okay.
came
Since
to
not like
pass.
that,
Anything that
the
comes
guy
to
go just
pass.
sit down for the ambulance with
Nothing
a lot
comes
with
to
other
stay,
people that
it comes
hired
to
boss.
Nothing
Another
comes to be
boss.
permanent, it comes to pass.
Those are also
Nothing
machineries.
comes to remain, it comes to pass.
But they came with 2 cars.
And it came.
That boss is for those people that come to testify.
That they know the boy.
Yes.
Will pass. Every limitation will pass.
When we get to Mr. Biggs, sorry, motherless baby's home, just a diversion to that very hall. That was when the guy entered the casket. But the casket was closed
Tell them it will pass.
when they want to bring it out.
It doesn't matter what is going on now.
But that was when he stopped receiving air.
It will pass.
Just immediately they want to bring it out. That was when they now shut it down. Already wear him hand glove, wear him stockings,
All those things.
put all this cotton wool.
Listen, I told you, and I'm hearing that again.
He was just there.
Listen,
He died
if
3
what
days
you are
ago.
going through has a human
They wanted to go and bury him.
involved. That person
But the
expires this night.
prophet, somebody directed them
To bring the body to the prophet.
to the prophet. Ushers were like, no. He was saying he was just standing in the pulpit. What is going on there? He said, Papa, na dead body. He said, what are they doing with this? Does it look like mortuary? Bring it.
And the Bible says,
They brought the young
when
man.
Jesus
All right, he won't kill this guy, yo.
the disciples
Inside
said, "Send
there.
them away. Send them away. What do you
As
Dead
more
body
youth.
where they sweat.
listen to me?
What
If
kind
you want
of
God to
dead
set
body
you
where
free,
they sweat?
He won't kill the guy inside that place.
spirit of rejection.
First, he said that they should open it.
Hey, wait.
The late Benson, Archbishop
Not
Benson,
crying.
I said, man, don't call that. They should open
One
it.
day I was in the ministers
Because the
in 1992.
shock of a lot of people, they were unable to discover.
He said,
But later,
I raised the dead.
a lot of people start talking about it. How the guy, they sweat like that now.
He was saying that.
You understand?
It's easy to
This
do
is very
something
funny.
when the man talking
Imagine a hall. The hall is even stuffy.
then there is an
Dead body where died since 3 days ago. Cause they sweat.
Now you know.
It was too much that the cops started sweating.
Osazuwa Connected, bringing you the news in a more digital way.
Apparent unsafe nature of Nigeria was recorded again on Sunday in the southeast geopolitical zone of the troubled West Africa country after suspected terrorists launched multiple attacks in Anambra State, killing several numbers of persons after the suspected terrorists attacked a church at Lilu community within Ihiala local government area in the morning and burned part of the Saint Andrews Anglican Church, where the wife of the pastor was brutally murdered at the spot, and in the evening, the suspected terrorists took the hit to Anambra Market in Nawfia community and shot sporadically into the Afor Market in the Njikoka local government area, causing several casualties, with video evidence from residents indicating that 4 of the bodies died on the spot and were in their pool of blood, and large numbers of others rushed to the hospital. The Nigeria police force has confirmed the suspected terrorists' attack on Anglican Church in Lilu, but yet to issue statement as at the time of filing in this report on Monday morning over the attack on Market in Nawfia. According to residents, yet to be ascertained total numbers of persons were killed when some unknown armed men launched an attack near the Afor Market junction in Nawfia community, in Njikoka local government area of Anambra State on Sunday. At Saint Andrews Church in Lilu, the venerable wife was shot and the target of the attack. The pastor escaped into hiding and was later kept at a security safe place looking traumatized. The church was burnt and the priest's properties, including his car, was set ablaze. In a statement on Sunday, Chief Daniel Okoye, the President General of Nawfia Progressive Union, gave a brief account of the attack on the Anambra Market, saying, "This evening, I received with deep shock the tragic news of an attack at the Afor Market junction in Nawfia community. The incident resulted in multiple casualties, caused by unknown assailants who carried out this senseless act of violence. I strongly condemn this heartbreaking incident and the attempt to disrupt the peace of our beloved community. I have already contacted the relevant security agencies, and investigations are underway to uncover those responsible. I appeal to all NDI Nawfia to remain calm, stay vigilant, and continue to cooperate with security operatives as they work tirelessly to restore normalcy and ensure our safety. My thoughts and prayers are with the families affected. On behalf of the Nawfia Progressive Union, I extend our deepest sympathies and assure you that we are fully committed to supporting efforts aimed at protecting lives and maintaining peace in Nawfia." Anambra State Command of the Nigeria Police Force, in a statement on Monday early morning, said, "The Commissioner of Police, Anambra State Police Command, CP Ikioye Oratugu, condemns in the strongest terms the attack in the morning of the 7th of December 2025, carried out by armed criminals, which resulted in the death of 1 person confirmed with serious injuries inflicted on a few others, including the church building partially burnt, and other properties destroyed at a church premises in Lilu, Ihiala local government area." The CP states that this heinous and abominable act, committed against innocent worshippers, is not only an assault on the community but a grave affront to our shared values of peace, sanctity of life, and freedom of worship. The command extends its deepest sympathies to the families of the victims and to the entire Lilu community, and assures the public that the police shall relentlessly hunt down the perpetrators of this crime. The CP notes that no community should be subjected to such brutality, as the command will not allow criminals to instill fear or destabilize the peace we are working tirelessly to maintain. In view of the above, the command has already intensified intelligence-driven operations, deployed the Joint Security Team, and strengthened surveillance across the area. The operatives are following every lead, as no resource will be spared in ensuring that those responsible are apprehended and made to face the full weight of the law. The command urges residents to remain calm and cooperate with the Joint Security Team by providing useful information that can assist ongoing investigations for justice to be served. The command remains steadfast in its commitment to protecting lives and property across Ihiala and the entire state. SP Akenga Tochukwu, Police Public Relations Officer, Anambra State Police Command, stated.
Bringing you the news in a more digital way.
President Bola Ahmed Tinubu of Nigeria has expressed happiness that Nigeria troops, both air and land soldiers, have successfully foiled the coup attempt in Benin Republic on Sunday, saying, "Latest report from the Benin Republic indicated that Colonel Pascal Tigri, the leader of the mutineers who seized the country's national television on Sunday, is on the run, and some other members of the group have been arrested as the defense and security forces in the country thwarted the attempted putsch. And, according to the Nigeria president, Nigeria government acted on two separate requests from the government of Benin Republic, saying, President Tinubu first ordered Nigerian Air Force fighter jets to enter the country and take over the airspace to help dislodge the coup plotters from the national TV and a military camp where they had regrouped, and secondly ordered ground troops into the Benin Republic territory, which the Nigeria military troops have been confirmed to have taken positions in both air and land space in the Benin Republic, with some local residents saying a few minutes ago that the gun battle is still ongoing. Bayo Onanuga, the spokesperson to the Nigeria president, in a number of statements on Sunday said, coup in Benin fails. Mutineers in military uniform, who attempted to overthrow President Patrice Talon's democratic government on Sunday in the Republic of Benin, have failed. The mutineers seized the national TV after failing to enter President Talon's residence. The latest report from Cotonou said the National Guard has taken control of the situation and surrounded the television station. According to 24 Hours in Benin, discussions are underway with the mutineers, now holed up inside the station. Benin's Interior Minister, Alassane Sidou, says the country's armed forces have thwarted an attempted coup. His statement came after soldiers appeared on state television and announced the removal of President Patrice Talon, the closure of borders and suspension of political parties. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has commended the gallantry of Nigeria's military on Sunday for responding swiftly to the request by the government of Benin Republic to save its 35-year-old democracy from coup plotters who struck at dawn today. Acting on two separate requests from the government of Benin, President Tinubu first ordered Nigerian Air Force fighter jets to enter the country and take over the airspace to help dislodge the coup plotters from the national TV and a military camp where they had regrouped. The Republic of Benin, through its Ministry of Foreign Affairs, in a note verbal, requested immediate Nigerian air support, in view of the urgency and seriousness of the situation and to safeguard the constitutional order, protect national institutions and ensure the security of the population. In the second request, the authorities in Benin requested the deployment of Nigerian Air Force assets within Beninois airspace for surveillance and rapid intervention operations under Benin-led coordination. The Benin government also requested Nigerian ground forces, strictly for missions approved by the Beninese Command Authority in support of the protection of constitutional institutions and the containment of armed groups. Nigeria's Chief of Defense Staff, General Olufemi Oluyede, said all the requests have been fulfilled, with Nigerian ground forces now in Benin. Ours is to comply with the order of the Commander-in-Chief of our armed forces, President Tinubu, he said. Constitutional order was upended in the Republic of Benin, Nigeria's neighbor, when some soldiers led by Colonel Pascal Tigre announced a coup on Sunday morning. The putschists seized the national TV and claimed they had toppled President Patrice Talon and suspended all democratic institutions. It took some hours before the government's loyal forces, assisted by Nigeria, took control and flushed out the coup plotters from the national TV. In his remarks after the restoration of the democratic and constitutional order, President Tinubu saluted the Nigerian armed forces for standing firm as a protector and defender of democracy. Today, the Nigerian armed forces stood gallantly as a defender and protector of constitutional order in the Republic of Benin on the invitation of the government. Our armed forces acted within the ambit of the ECOWAS Protocol on Democracy and Good Governance. They have helped stabilize a neighboring country and have made us proud of their commitment to sustaining our democratic values and ideals since 1999. Nigeria stands firmly with the government and people of the Republic of Benin. The latest report from the Benin Republic said Colonel Pascal Tigre, the leader of the mutineers who seized the country's national TV on Sunday, is on the run. However, some other members of the group have been arrested as the defense and security forces in the country thwarted the attempted putsch. Benin's Interior Minister, Alassane Sidou has appeared on national TV to announce that the coup has been thwarted. Early on Sunday morning, the 7th of December 2025, a small group of soldiers launched a mutiny aimed at destabilizing the state and its institutions. Faced with this situation, the Beninese armed forces and their leadership, true to their oath, remained committed to the Republic. Their response allowed them to retain control of the situation and foil the attempt. The government therefore urges the population to go about their activities as normal. Omoyele Sowore, the founder of Sahara Reporters News Media and a human rights activist, in a statement on Sunday, said, "The so-called coups in Guinea-Bissau and the latest episode in the Benin Republic share disturbing similarities. In Guinea-Bissau, the phony coup unfolded after a criminal former president effectively invited the military to intervene to avoid announcing elections and relinquishing power to an opposition figure with a popular mandate. It was not a seizure of power to restore order, but a manipulation of force to escape democratic progress. The situation in Benin raises equally troubling questions. There are strong indications that President Patrice Talon, a deeply shady figure and a close ally of Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, may have been aware of the coup plot, allowed it to unfold, and then used it as a political diversion to shift public attention away from his growing unpopularity. In this sense, instability becomes a calculated tool of political survival rather than an unforeseen threat to democracy. Of course, I am opposed to military rule in all its forms. I am allergic to it. Whether invited, staged, or exploited, coups are never a solution to political failure. The answer to bad civilian leadership is not guns, military jackboots, and camouflage, but accountability, popular struggle, and genuine democracy. It would be recalled that a group of soldiers appeared on Benin's national television on Sunday morning claiming to have seized power. The group, which called itself the Military Committee for Refoundation, announced the removal of President Patrice Talon and all state institutions. Lieutenant Colonel Pascal Tigri was thereafter appointed president of the military committee, according to the soldier. The signal of the national television was cut later in the morning. The French embassy said on X that gunfire was reported at Camp Gezo, near the president's official residence, and urged French citizens to remain indoors. Shortly after the soldiers' declaration, a source close to Talon told AFP the president was safe and the regular army was regaining control. Benin's Foreign Minister Olusegun Ajadi Bukari also told Reuters, "The situation is under control," while government spokesperson Wilfried Hungbeji told AP, "Everything is fine," according to Al Jazeera News Network.
Osazuwakan Radio, bringing you the news in a more digital way. Osazuwakan Radio, bringing you the news in a more digital way.